We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Giovanni Bernard. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice game there. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Room to run inside the 40. That's complete to John Ross. And finally taken down at the 34. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain too.
Met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And now to the air, Dalton. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tyler Eifert, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. Bullock good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Vontaze Burfict, the one to get him down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Detroit! Detroit!
Mayfield off the play fake. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Underneath for Johnson. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Hard throw, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
There you go, 368. 368.
1st and 10 for Dalton. Incomplete. Giovanni Bernard, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
368. 368.
Throwing again. Dalton. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target, and it's third down.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. Third and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
368.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. He sets to fire deep. And got his man complete. A big play. Dalton to his favorite receiver, Green. 61 yards.
I know they had good coverage downfield, but you have to wonder, on third and long like that, how does that happen that they can get that far downfield and complete a pass? You got to guard the sticks, understand where you are, and so it's almost like someone fell asleep at the switch, and now that the play's been completed, they've got to dust themselves off on defense, pick it up, and figure out how to not let that happen again.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Tackle made by Demarius Randall.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Second down, Dalton. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. A first carry for the second-year man, Joe Mixon. He stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
368.
Despite only needing one, Dalton to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And Bullock will put this one through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And now the Browns coming out on the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some.
And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. But I think a Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Mayfield got him in. It's Brashawn Perriman. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. A first down carry here for Johnson. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Mayfield now on 2nd down. Flush to his right. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. More from Cleveland after this.
Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Brashawn Perriman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are back within a score.
Obviously, Brandon, they couldn't get it all back with just one score, but that touchdown chips into the lead, and now it makes the comeback a little bit more manageable.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Returning it, John Ross. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in the contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Jamie Collins not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Here you go, Cam.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Flushed out right. And His throw here's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And that'll make it third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now the Bengals on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
368!
And Dalton to throw. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
That's complete over the middle to Callaway. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A very solid gain of 27.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
First down, Mayfield. He's going to let this one go deep. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Mayfield on play action. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards. Mayfield on first down. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And again, it's Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep over the... He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. The drive starts with a handoff to Bernard. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Our first half update now from Philadelphia. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. And they start the second half with Johnson. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Second down, Mayfield. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call. They go play action. Mayfield. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Detroit!
They get it to him running left. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal.
Watch it now, Barney! Check 50. Gun! Man, I got you.
They run. It's Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Duke Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. So they went for it from the 1 on 4th and goal, and they got it done.
Is this the new NFL?
This is the new NFL.
This is the updated NFL, and I like it. I know that quarterbacks across the league have spent the entire offseason and even during the season lobbying their coaches to go for it more on 4th down. Let's go get it. Because nowadays, you've got to score points to win games in the NFL. You can't just rely on your defense to hold them.
I think the quarterbacks want to eliminate field goals inside of 30 yards, probably.
Well, listen, they have enough confidence in themselves that they can call plays and make plays, that they won't need those field goals inside the 30.
Here's Bernard. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. Caught Eifert over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Dalton to his big target, Eifert, for the Cincinnati first.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
There you go, 368.
Dalton throwing on 2nd down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Dalton here from the gun. He's got his man, Boyd. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. They only get 5 out of that quick slant, but that's good enough for a 1st. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. A 1st down throw coming for Dalton. He's going to launch this thing way out. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A gain of 39 that time. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. This will be Dalton again. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Second and goal from inside the 5. He's going to get it running right. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They come out here in the I. On 3rd and short to give it a tight end. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They begin the drive with Johnson. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Play fake. Mayfield. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, Preston Brown, there to knock that one away.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Underneath for Johnson. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That's pulled in at the 32. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. To the left side here for Eifert. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Andy Dalton now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Christian Kirksey in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Here you go, 368.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Now, the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 14. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Myles Garrett in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also 4th down.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
368.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Browns are going to win the football game. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They go to Johnson again. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. The Browns on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 14. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over.
you